call our nature's finest with yogurt drops. So not only are you going to get the nuts and the tender fruits that you love, but you're also going to get these delicious little yogurt
yogurt morsels or drops, whatever.
Yogurt morsels that give you that almost like a white chocolate sensation.
It does.
Right?
It does taste like a little bit
nice.
like white chocolate, but it is definitely yogurt.
So I know that there's a slew of flavors we need to get through here, Christy. We're seeing you pour it into the bowls. You're getting 3 1-pound jars. One of the most varietal mixes that you bring to QVC.
Yes, it's one of the biggest, and I think, and I can't say for sure, but I think right at this moment, it's the only mix that we're selling that has 8 different ingredients in it. I think we have another Christmas one that's that big, but for right now, yes, 8 different ingredients. And if you'd like me to go to the front and show everybody.
But what is this big thing right here?
Strawberries.
There's strawberries in here.
And look, they still look
like strawberries.
Like strawberries.
Right? No preservatives or anything there, just a nice dried strawberry.
And strawberries that you see in gourmet shops don't look like that. They look all twisted and weird, don't they? Yes, ours look like
I don't
real
like
strawberries.
weird strawberries.
I don't like weird strawberries. Nobody likes weird strawberries.
They're suspicious.
They're suspicious. So we'll start down here, and I'll show you because we have 8 different ingredients to go through.
This is such a good mix.
These are our yogurt drops, and as Jill said, you are going to think you're sinking your teeth into white chocolate a little bit, but this is your yogurt. So this is what this Nature's Finest is popular this time of year because it is a smarter choice. It is a smarter choice. Now we go again.
Strawberries. Dried strawberries.
It's huge, and they have more of a dense chew to them. You know what I mean? It has a little more texture to them. You sink your teeth in there, but you taste pure
delicious
strawberry.
Delicious.
Then our batch roasted cashews. Look at those big, beautiful guys. We've been batch roasting nuts since 1924, and we haven't changed a thing. If we've been doing that for that long, we're doing something right. We're doing something right. And we are technically still family owned. We're technically mom and pop. We're owned. We're family owned by Frank, Germack Jr. Okay, now we go to pineapple.
Ooh, looking for the pineapple.
We don't have that in many mixes. And by the way, the strawberries, this is the only mix that we have strawberries in.
Oh, the pineapple gives you that sweetness.
Yeah, that's got some good sweetness to it.
But not like overly sugary candy sweetness.
No.
Good.
Great textures and great variety in this one. Now we have our batch roasted almonds. You're looking for that deep, rich color. That is a little bit of salt and a little bit of canola oil, and that's it. You can barely even see the salt on there. We do everything delicately.
So good.
And then go to our gorgeous cranberries, which I love and adore.
The cranberries.
That's a softer chew than the strawberry. It's softer. It's kind of tangy and a little bit sweet and nice and pretty and red. And then we go to our walnuts in here. We chop these to make them more bite-sized because the walnuts we get in are huge. So we want to make it more bite-sized. So we chop those huge walnuts, and those are natural. They're not batch roasted because they don't adapt well to the batch roasting process. They're kind of nice and toasty by themselves already. That's technically the walnut. And then jumbo flame raisins. And look how squishy, and I believe I'll just pull that. This is, and what I always tell people is, if you don't think you like a raisin, don't give me your raisin face yet. Until you've seen and tasted these guys.
They're good.
That does not taste like those normal shriveled up icky raisins that you see in the little red boxes at the grocery store, and all that
It's
stuff.
not these.
No, that's
Here's
not
what
these.
I love about Germack, and by the way, you're loving this, and you're loving the Easy Pay because we're having this flash Easy Pay sale right now.
That's unusual
where
for
everything
Germack,
is
too.
on at least 4 easy payments.
That's great.
So this is $9 and change. When I look at that row, so I'm like looking at these different flavors, right? You start out with that kind of creamy vanilla yogurt drop. This is my little story of like, if you give a mouse a cookie, it's going to want a glass of milk. If you start your Germack mix with these yogurt drops, the next flavor you want is something that's good with yogurt, which is strawberries, right?
Perfect.
When you have something that's fruity like strawberries, you're going to want something that's a little buttery to play off of that, which is your cashew.
Buttery nut.
When you take that cashew nut, you're going to want something that pairs nicely with that to balance out that buttery salt. That's the sweetness of your pineapple. When you think of traditional trail mixes, it's usually the warmth of an almond and the sweetness of a pineapple. So we put that in there. When you think of fruits that go well with the almonds on the backside, something a little chewier and denser, it's a cranberry. That's in here. What else does cranberry pair great with? Walnuts. How many of you do the cranberry walnut breads? And what else could you put walnut with? Well, when you think of an oatmeal walnut raisin cookie, the walnut and the raisin goes together. So you have this whole line, right, of all of these flavors that I've said this before. At first glance, you might be like, that is the most hodgepodge random mix I've ever seen. But yet, when you really think about how those flavors work together, it's really brilliant. And how you have the right amount of crunch, sweetness, saltiness, softness, texture. That's what Germack does better than anybody else.
That's what we do, and we do it for you. And I give kudos to my president who comes up with these incredible, because what these are, Jill, is what you described. These are recipes. We're not just messing and saying, okay, we're going to get a handful of this, a handful of that, a handful of that, and drop it in a jar. We're not messing. We put things together that go together. This has 8 different ingredients. We have another mix that's our smaller mix that only has 4 different ingredients, because that's all that it needed. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We don't do more than it needs, and we don't do less, and we work a long time to get them right just for you. And you describe those flavor profiles and everything going together here in this big, big mix with, I mean, we missed nothing here.
Right. Well, and the thing too is the
here.
balance of the ingredients too in terms of the quantity. It's not like you're going to get this home and you're going to have to dig through the whole jar to find one almond.
No.
You have like equal amounts of almond to cashew to strawberries to raisins to
you can
yogurt
tell by that
drops,
pour. That
right?
I didn't fake that. That came right out of this jar.
You're not skimped on anything, which I think is another reason why so many of you continue to come back to the Germack brand, because you just really love how thoughtful and delicious these mixes are. You know, a little handful of this in the afternoon is enough to satisfy the salty craving, the crunchy craving, the sweet craving, the chewy craving, all in one little handful, right? And so, you know, it has nuts, so, you know, always mind your calories, right? You don't want to eat one jar in one sitting, but I mean, instead of going and reaching for something that's super high in sugar, that's, you know, over the top in sodium, here you have something that has a really nice balance of all of those things.
It does. It has a wonderful balance, and you're right. Nuts are good calories, and the fruits are good for you. You antioxidants in there. Look at that. That is what I call the Germack factor right there.
Right.
These are packed only to your order. You yourself, you know, the Germack customer, our friend Wally in the warehouse and his team are ready for my phone call when I get off the air. And they pack these jars. These jars don't exist now except for on this table. And then there's a freshness seal on the top. And if you don't pop that seal, and given the situation today that you mentioned, that's a really great day to buy, this will last for 1 year.
Awesome.
1 year. So you can double up if you think it's the right day to get your Nature's Finest that you always wait for after the holidays, because it is a smarter choice.
And we've done an auto delivery where you can get one more shipment in 60 days.
Great.
And if you sign up for that today, you get this easy pay as well. We don't have a lot of these to go around. You're getting 3 1-pound jars. Again, when you look at that flavor profile of the list of everything going down the row, from the delicious raisins to the walnuts to the cranberries, the almonds, the pineapple, the cashew, the strawberries are only mixed with the strawberries, and the wonderful yogurt drops. That yogurt drop in there, even if you're somebody who's saying, well, I don't even like yogurt, you're going to think it's like a white chocolate drop.
Well,
it's a creamy smoothness that's really nice with the fruits and the nuts.
You want me to tell you the truth? I don't like yogurt.
Really?
No. Hate to say that. No offense to yogurt, but so this is how I get my yogurt. Because it does taste like white chocolate, but that is yogurt in there for you.
Delicious.
So that's just wonderfully delicious, creamy, 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 and all 8 ingredients. Look, I have a strawberry that attached itself. It attached itself to my sweater.
All right, I'm having one last
That shows
bite.
how moist it is. But the strawberries you can only find in this Germack mix.
Love
we don't have it in any other mix. I love it.
I picked them out of both bowls.
Yeah, I know. I do that too. I do that too. When I get this one home, I do that myself.
Half our quantity gone in this. Don't know when we sell out of the quantities if we'll be able to bring it back again. This is one of those mixes that we do for a limited time, and then we move on to other things.
We move on to other things.
So take advantage of the auto delivery if you think you'd like it. Use it as a bill to ship to somebody that you think might like it. Take advantage of that easy pay. Thanks for being here,
Thank you,
Christine.
sweetie.
Always a
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
We will be right back. We have something brand new from Cook's Essentials, another look at today's special value.